Hey,
That'd be 4 seconds.
hey guys, and welcome to the Series 26 Autumn Rallyland event. You're doing Super Sport, which is C600 Chevrolet Super Sport cars, which, among others, include these. Yeah. And you win a Ford Racing Puma. Again, has nothing to do with Chevrolet Super Sport, but yeah, never mind. Oh, and it's road racing, by the way. Overcast and heavy rain, of course, on Devil's Pass, which everybody's gonna love. It looks like a Sidney Pollock painting that somebody vomited all over. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that one.
oh, okay. This had the name Super Sport in the title, but it does not. Okay, stock car it is. Whatever.
Are you sure it's the tune is loaded correct?
Oh yeah. I loaded it and C600, but I guess this one it's not qualified as a Super Sport for some reason, even though it says Super Sport in the title. It's the Monte Carlo. So
Yeah, but yeah, that doesn't always matter.
right.
Last series we had two event laps in 2 different weeks where it was unlimited off-road and unlimited buggies.
Yeah, I know.
And there were 8 cars we weren't allowed to bring
Yeah, I saw that.
for no reason whatsoever. A couple of barn finds and a couple of auto show cars and a couple of DLC cars, or a bunch of DLC cars.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Define fun.
Yeah, this basically a drift car. Oh no.
Oh, go away, AI. Stop blocking me in, you twats. No, your Impala's not that fast. Go away.
Rear-wheel drive with automatic transmission in this game is just the worst. Just about.
Thank you.
Well, any car with the stock driveline is hopeless.
Right.
Even if you upgrade it.
This has the like 1970s suspension on it too, so American.
Are you saying American muscle cars weren't made to handle? No. I mean, they were made out of pig iron using suspension that was modern in Roman times. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like
Can't see why it wouldn't be a success.
if you love body roll, I mean, I guess this is where it's at.
And they had the pendulum of Doom V8 out front. I mean, that alone should, give you plenty of gravity on the front wheels.
Right, downforce is right. Very.
Well, that's not. Yeah, that's not downforce. Downforce is something else.
I know.
No, that's just gravity. No, there's nothing the Americans made in the 70s that can handling was not a thing.
Yeah, handling wasn't really a thing, and gas mileage wasn't a thing. And
well, no,
it
was actually, because it was during. I mean, when did the gas or the oil crisis start? Was
Well,
that
there was like two of
72?
them. Yeah, 73, I think, and then there was another one later, a few years later.
And I
There's
mean,
a
you
couple.
could buy a Corvette C3 with a V8 that had 155 horsepower.
Mhm.
It was turned down that far in the carburetor. It well, basically they just strangled it.
Mhm. My understanding that was like one of the very first environmental regulations on cars or something like that too.
Now they had to do something because
Hmm.
nobody was getting any gas.
Right.
In Denmark, for instance, they introduced car-free Sundays, where you weren't allowed to drive on Sundays.
Oh.
Okay.
And well, in America, they were imposed those very strict regulations on fuel usage on new cars, which
Yeah.
were completely insane because they were sort of ahead of what the cars were able to do,
Mhm.
especially those cast iron V8 with two valves per cylinder. I mean,
Mhm.
uh, and carburetors that you couldn't adjust them to deliver uh, the very precise amount of gasoline you would need to do proper fuel mileage.
Mhm.
You have to have some sort of injection engine to do that.
Mhm.
And well, those didn't appear for a while. Well,
That's
or
true.
no. When did they first start with direct injection?
I have no clue.
I know Opel made Opel Kadett C GTE, and that was in, when did they make that? That would have been 77, 78. And well, Opel was General Motors, and
Mhm.
so I think the Japanese probably did it like 10 years earlier or something,
Yeah.
I would imagine. And the
Yeah. They started to lose out to the Japanese in the 70s, and then their answer was to try to make quote unquote compact cars that still had like big block V8s in them. Never worked.
yeah, but the quote unquote compact cars was like the Mustang of the 80s, which was, yes, by Mustang standard or American standard, it was tiny. But by European standards, it was half an aircraft carrier.
Right. Instead of a full one, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've shown friends in Japan pictures of the '59 Cadillac Eldorado. That's
Well,
like,
you
how
would,
many feet long is that? Like
yeah,
meters?
you wouldn't believe how fucking big that car is until you see it
Yeah.
and stand next to it, and you go, "How in the world were they able to drive this thing?
Right.
It's huge." When you're behind the wheel, you need binoculars to see where your bonnet ends. It yeah,
And
but
then the advertisements, they always drew the people really, really tiny to make the cars look even bigger.
well, that was because back then and all through the 50s and 60s and part of the 70s, the American public had been convinced that bigger is better. If you have a 23-mile long bonnet, if you have an accident way out there, I mean, it's not going to affect you because you're so far away.
Right.
And that was, safety.
Mhm.
Yeah, the fender protection next week.
Uh,
Or so they thought, but actually, I think those cars crumple real easy, like
Oh, yes, they
paper
did.
mache.
Because they were, I mean, they were built like a tank.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, they didn't crumble very easy, but what they did was they transferred all the energy to the only thing they could transfer it to, which was the meat bags inside, which then
Right.
turned to mush, which
Mm-hmm.
was bad. Today, a car is made to completely disintegrate if you just look at it wrong, because
Mm-hmm.
it absorbs all the energy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just think about it, a front wheel drive car, right? Where you have the engine and gearbox out in front of the driver. That car is engineered and designed to, if you go in a head on collision, the engine will turn roughly 45 degrees and slide underneath the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
It's built like that. I still don't really, my brain can't really understand the part where it sort of turns before it starts sliding. But
Mm-hmm.
it does. It's quite amazing to see, actually. Anyway, enough about old cars. Well, a little bit. The car I was using was the 1969 Chevy Nova Supersport 396, which apparently is a proper Supersport, unlike the lesser Monte Carlo Supersport that's not a Supersport. So there you
Mm-hmm.
go. No, I don't know why. And the tune I was using was. Oh, yes, it is. No, it isn't. I apparently didn't save it. Could have sworn I did. Oh well. Hmm. Well, now, theoretically, it should be shared. Oh, let's try again. There it is. 756-557-944. And remember, as always, if you use one of my tunes, please remember to like it. Same goes for the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks very much for watching. Stay safe. Bye bye.